Welcome to Just Puzzling. My name is Chris. Today we're going to do an expert Killer Sudoku on my iPad. Let's get into it. Alright, so little sort of tip. The numbers in a box, a row and a column must be 1 through 9. The sum of 1 through 9, 1 plus 2 plus 3 right through to 9 is 45. So if I've got a box with full cages except for one cell, I can deduct how much that cell is. So let me show you. 11 plus 4 is 15, plus 7 is 22, plus 17 is 39. Is that right? 24, 28, 39. So 39 from 45 is 6. Okay. Sometimes it's easier to find just the box on its own or the cage on its own. So this is going to be 1 and 3 because they're the only two numbers that can add up to 4, which means this is 2 and 5. The only two numbers that add up to 17 is 8 and 9. 17 plus 15 is 32, plus 9 is 41. So that what that's basically doing, once again, 41 from 45 is 4, so that number's going to be 4. To finish that cage off, it's a 7. Okay, we're going to do the same thing for this one because there's that spare cage there. 10, which is 16 minus 6, plus 20 is 30, 39, that's a 6 there. Alright, so one of these two numbers are a 6. This can be a 2 or 4 or 1 and 5 because this is a 1 and 3, this is a 2 and 4. Okay, 8 and 9, 2 and 5. Okay, so this is going to be 8 and 7 because the other number can be 9 and 6 to add up to 15 because the 6 there or the 6 there. So if that's 8 and 7, that's an 8, that's a 9. That means down here is an 8. That can't be an 8, but that can be. Okay, 1 and 3. 10, could be anything. Okay, so well, this is, if that's 10 and this is 8 and 7, this can only be 9 and 1 because 8, so for 10 it's going to be 1 and 9, 2 and 8, 3 and 7, 4 and 6, 6 is out, 8 and 7's out, so that leaves me with 9 and 1, that's a 9, so that's going to be a 9 and that will be a 1. Okay, still got 1 and 3 there. We can do the addition of these two boxes to get that half cage there. So 15 plus 15 is 30, plus 18 is 48, plus 22 is 70, 86, 4. 9 adds up to 4 plus 9 equals 13. Alright. So, because we know that this is 2 and 4, we know that can be 9 and 4, but we've got a spare cage outside the box, so we'll do 4 plus 9 is 13, plus 13 is 26, plus 6 is 32. So 32 from 45 is 13, so that's a 1. Okay, so across there is going to be 1 because that can't get to 19. This is actually a 13 because 19 minus 6 is 13. Okay, so 13 plus 13 is 26, plus 15 is 41, so that's a 4 there. Alright, so we know that's 4 and 3 because that's 3 and 1, that's going to be the 3, that's going to be the 4. Because this is 8 and 7, this is going to be 9 and 6, right? Because if that's an 8, that can't be 8 and 7. If that's a 7, that can't be 8 and 7. So that's 9 and 6. We've got a 6 there, so the 6 will be there, 9 will be there. Remember, this is 1 and 3, so that means that's 2 and 4. Because that 4, that's a 4 there, that's a 2. So I've got a couple of 13, I've got 8 and 5 and 6 and 7. Because of the 6 and 7 there, this is 6 and 7. This is going to be 8 and 5. 15 plus 16 is 31. 44, 1 and 3. I know 9's going to be in there because 9 needs a 22, then it's either going to be 6 and 7, which it can't be, or 8 and 5. So if that's 8 and 5 and 9, this down here is 3 and 7. So 8, 5, 3, 7, this is going to be 2, 9, 4. So I've got a 9 there, so we'll take that. So that's 2 and 4. What is this? So this is actually 1 and 2. So 22 plus 10 is 32, plus 10 is 42. So this is 2 and 1. Because of the 2 there, that's a 2, that's a 1, 8. Okay. So 6 can be there or there. 2, 3 means that one of these is a 3. Can't be that one because 3 and 3 and 9 would be 15. So you're a 3 there. That still leaves me in the 3 and 7 there. To get to this must be 2 and 4. Okay, 6 can't be there because that'd be there. So 6 is here with 1. So 6, 1, 1, 3. So 3 and 6. So 3 and 2. 8 and 7, 5 and 2, so that's 5, 4. So that's a 4, that's a 2. So that means that's a 2, that's a 5, 8, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is 8, so that means that's a 7. As I said, that's 7 and 3. 8 and 5, 1, 6, 4, this can be 2 and 8 or 3 and 7, which closes that out. So this is 2 or 3. 8 and 5, if I'm looking at that as 8 and 5, the only number that's vacant is 7. 3 and 4. 5, so 6, and so that's a 7, that's a 6, and the main reason I got to that was that 7 there. So 7 can be 2 and 6 or 3 and 5, can't be 3 and 5, so it's 2 and 6. So that means that over here is 1, 3, 5. 1 and 3 there, so that's a 5. That's a 1 because of that there, and that will be the 3. That means 3's down here, 3 and 3 are there. So you are 5. 8 and 9 here. 2. Excuse me. 2 and 6. So because of that 6 there, that's a 6, that's a 2. So 2, 4, so that can be a 1, 9. Yeah, so 1, 9 there. 1, 9. That means 1 is already accounted for, so 1 is down one of those two. Got to be that one. Also, I've got all 1s. Okay. 2 can be in one of those two. That leaves 10, which is 8 and 5, 3 and 7. So 2, 3, so that there's going to be a 7. Okay, so that's a 7 and that's a 3. Okay, so that's 8, 3 and 2 there. 3 and 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5's up there. 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 7, 7, 8, and 9. So 5. Okay, so we know what this number is because we worked it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8, 9. Probably could have worked that out too. 2, 3, 2, 8, 7, 3. So 3, 7 could be there. These numbers are going to be 1, 2. So 2 can be there, which would mean that would be 9 and 8. So 2 can't be there. So that's a 2, which leaves me with 14 here, which is 9 and 5. So that's a 9 and that's a 5. All right, remember this is 8 and 5. Can't be a 5, so that's a 5. That's an 8. 1, 2, 3, 4 there. Still got a 9 to go, so 9 is going to be there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 is there. 6 is there. 1, 2, 3 and 7. So that's a 7. That's a 3. Let's finish this row off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 finishes that row off. 8 actually goes to there. That's a 2. So for 19, I've got 11 to go, which is 7 and 4. Yep. 7 and 4. Remember that was a 2 and 3 number in there. This was 8 and 5. 5's there, so you're going to be the 5, you're going to be the 8. And this was 8 and 7. All right, so we finished that in 13 minutes. Not too bad. Actually, I did a better time than I thought I was going to do. So I thought I struggled with that in the middle. Anyway, hope you enjoyed. Until next time, bye for now.